everyone and welcome back to my channel, or welcome if you're new. My name is Katarina. Today I will be talking about a couple of my favorite drugstore brands, Catrice and Essence. I will be sharing with you some of my favorites and fails, and also a couple of things that I purchased from those brands. Catrice and Essence, if you don't know, are sister brands. They are owned by the same parent company. I believe it's Nova Cosmetics, and here in Finland they are usually sold in same stores. They go often on sale at the same time. They do have similar sort of products, similar sort of collections. For example, I believe both of the brands have now had some Disney collections. I would say Essence is a brand that I truly like, but Catrice is a brand that I love. I know it's a pretty big statement to make, but if I could buy makeup from only one brand for the rest of my life, I really do think it would be Catrice, because the prices are really affordable. Essence, I would say, is like dirt cheap, but even Catrice, it is way more affordable than most drugstore brands sold in Finland. I can go to my local Tokmanni, which is kind of like a drugstore chain here in Finland, and I can buy a full face of Catrice for probably like under 50 euros, but I also do really like Essence. There are a lot of products from Essence that I love, some that I wasn't able to include into my top 5 list. I mean, I probably could do top 5 from both of the brands, but to save some time I just wanted to talk about the best of the best. But also, as always with drugstore brands, there's always some fails there too. So drugstore brands tend to be kind of like hits and misses sort of brands. So yeah, I'm pretty excited to be sharing with you my top 5 and bottom 5 from the brand. And also, I did recently purchase 5 products from the brand. I believe 3 from Catrice, 2 from Essence. They were, both of the brands, 25% off at Tokmanni, so I decided to get some products, some that I had been thinking about getting for a while, and then some that I just wanted to try for fun. So now let's get into it, and let's start with the good stuff. So let's start with my top 5 products. Alright, so the spot number 5 goes to Essence blushes. Now, I will say, mine are depotted. One thing I will say about these blushes and what I don't enjoy about them is that the packaging is really bad. It's kind of like a weak plastic that tends to break after you use the product for a while. And because of that I have depotted all of my Essence blushes, but I absolutely do love Essence blushes. Essence probably is my favorite blush brand ever. I think the quality is just so good. I have maybe tried one blush from them. It was one of their blush lighters that I didn't really enjoy, but you know, in general I really do love their blushes, especially these ones in the round packaging. So I do have here the Essence Matte Touch Plus in Rose Me Up. This is no longer available, so I will not swatch it, but it's amazing. I'm wearing it today. It's just like a neutral, truly neutral blush. Then the one with pan showing is from the blush line that is available for sure. And this is the shade 20 Bespoke, and I absolutely do love this blush. This is such a beautiful, glowy, bronzy blush over there. It is so stunning. What I love about this is both the formula and the color. So oftentimes I feel bronzy blushes tend to lean really orange, but this one doesn't. Also, this one doesn't have glitter in it. It's just this beautiful, beautiful glow without glitter that I absolutely do love. I also do have their Satin Touch blush in the set Satin Love, which is like a pinky leaning nude. So this is kind of like my kind of pink blush, because I tend to be, you know, quite afraid of pink makeup, to be honest. Over here it's a stunning, stunning formula. It's just like pure satin. I love it. So yeah, Essence blushes are just incredible. They are so smooth. They are like buttery soft. They are really blendable. Okay, so let's move on. Spot number 4 goes to the Catrice Sensational 10-in-1 Cream Primer. It claims to be priming, hydrating, anti-wrinkly, natural glow, anti-pollution, anti-oxidation, pore minimizing, evens out the skin tone, blurs imperfections, and it claims to have UV protection SPF 15. Now, I don't know if it really does all of these things, but I think it does a lot of these things. And previously I used to use 2 primers to get kind of like the same result that I get with this one. So I used to use like a glowy hydrating primer first and then over it use a pore filling primer, at least on certain parts of my face. But with this one I don't feel I need to do that because it really, well, I don't know if it's hydrating. If you do have like a really dry skin and you want to use a hydrating primer, this is maybe not it. But this gives the most beautiful glow to my skin. But then at the same time it smooths my skin and it fills in pores and blurs imperfections as it claims. Now some claims like anti-pollution, anti-wrinkle, UV protection, I don't know, like how could I know, but what I can say is that previously I had to use 2 primers to get the same result than with only this one. Now this one has some tint to it. It's kind of like, you know, light medium skin color sort of tint that it has. When I blend this out, my skin may look a little bit orange. So on my skin tone or lighter, I don't think this would work on its own, and I don't know if it would work on its own for deep skin tone, but I would say for medium skin tone this would probably look amazing on its own. So yeah, it would just be this beautiful glow. But I tend to wear this primer when I want to go for a glowy complexion. So, well, I actually do only wear one foundation. We will be talking about that later. But if it is a glowy skin day for me, in that case I do use this primer. I think it is so beautiful. Okay, spot number 3 is actually a product from both of these brands because these products are really similar. So, you know, you can buy which one you like and they work really similarly. So I am talking about their Panda Eyes mascaras. So from Essence, their Bye Bye Panda Eyes mascara, and from Catrice, their Lashes to Kill No Panda Eyes mascara. To be really clear with you, I don't expect my mascara to make my lashes look like false lashes. For example, today I'm wearing false lashes because I just like to film with false lashes. I don't wear falsies on everyday basis. On everyday basis I wear mascara, but if I want my lashes to look extra nice, mascara ain't going to do that. However, when I want to wear mascara on everyday basis, this is the best because not only makes my lashes look nice, it gives volume, it gives length, both of them, but they really do stay on. I do have extremely hooded and oily eyelids, and I so often struggle with mascara transferring to my lid because the oils of my lid are breaking down the mascara, and that happens if I have a normal mascara or if I have a waterproof mascara. But this mascara actually is smudge proof or sweat proof, so because of that this mascara won't transfer to my lid and it doesn't smudge otherwise either, like under my eyes or anything. It's just incredible. Like, I have taken long naps with this mascara on, and then when I wake up my eye makeup would be like before the nap. The one downside to these mascaras is that since they wear so well, they are a pain in the butt to remove in the evening. I have not found an eye makeup remover that really works on these well, but what I think works the best is just water. A lot of water, and then kind of like try to soften it with it. But for me, the struggle of removing the mascara in the evening is worth it because these really make my lashes look nice throughout the entire day. Because what's the point in wearing a mascara that looks nice first when you put it on, but then after a couple of hours it has smudged and transferred to your lid. Now I believe there are mascaras like these from higher end brands too, like Shiseido I think has a mascara like these, but I'm not going to pay high-end prices for mascara. No way. The spot number 2, this product unfortunately is not available in Finland, and I don't know if it's even available in Europe anymore, but I know it's available on Northern America and most of my subscribers are from there, so that's why I will mention this product and because I freaking love it. This is the Essence Pure Nude highlighter in the shade Be My Highlight. I'm wearing this highlighter today. This is the most perfect, just subtle, glowy highlighter ever. Now, it is kind of like a light skin tone-ish sort of shade. For me, if I don't have any tan, I can wear it, I can make it work, but it looks better if I have some color to my skin, like right now. But it's just so beautiful. There's no glitter to it. There's no, you know, too much of glow. It's just perfect for every day. It's really difficult for me to describe this. Well, you can see it. It's just this beautiful kind of like glow from within type of glow. It's there, but it's really natural looking, and it's, yeah, I absolutely do love it. Then the spot number 1, I know this sounds quite dramatic, but I will say it. This product changed my makeup life. I am talking about my new Holy Grail foundation. This is the Catrice True Skin Hydrating Foundation. Now, why I say that this changed my makeup life is that due to finding this foundation, I no longer need to have different foundations in my collection. In fact, these two foundations are the only two foundations in my collection. So I do have two different colors. I do have the color, wait a minute, Neutral Porcelain, that is my winter shade. Then I do have the color Neutral Sand, that is my summer shade. Right now I'm kind of like in between of these shades, so I mix them. I do have about 50-50 mix of these on my face right now. So yeah, this foundation is so amazing because when it comes to foundations, this is so versatile. Like, I can go for like kind of like natural look. I will say you will not get like super sheer coverage from this, but if you do put on just a little bit with makeup sponge, I think medium coverage is what you get. But then if you want to, you can build it up to be really full. The finish of this foundation is kind of like satin, so if I wear it with a glowy setting powder, I do use the Milani Prep Set Glow One, then I will have this beautiful glowy complexion. But then also if I want to wear a matte face, I can set it with a matte powder and have a matte complexion. I love it. Like, I don't need to have separately a glowy foundation anymore and then a satin finish foundation and then a matte foundation, because with this one foundation I can do it all. I can just switch up the powder that I'm using, and yeah, it covers really well. I do prefer fuller coverage, so I would say it's like medium buildable, almost full. And this foundation wears extremely well. It stays on the entire day. It won't start moving around. But even though it's so good coverage and even though it stays on so well, it's so lightweight on the skin. Like, I almost feel nothing when I have this foundation on. I will no longer buy any other foundations than these. Unless, of course, Catrice discontinues this, which I hope they won't do. Catrice and Essence do sometimes discontinue products, but I hope they won't discontinue this because I absolutely love this foundation, and I have never tried a high-end foundation nearly as good as this. Maybe there is a foundation like that, but I will not pay 30 euros, 40 euros, even more than that for a foundation if I can get it for like 7.99 or 8.99. Which one is it? I'm not exactly sure, but under 10 euros. So yeah, especially since foundation is something that I, go through it in every few months. Now, one thing I want to say is that Catrice and Essence have not been the best with foundation shade ranges in the past, but they have really improved on that area too. Unfortunately, in Finland, the shade selection of foundations is really poor, but they do have online a really nice shade range of foundations, and yeah, this one, it is great. Okay, so those were my top 5 products, so let's move on to the bottom 5. Now, I will say I don't have any of these products right now, but I do remember I don't like them, so let's go through them. Spot number 5 on the worst list must go to the Essence Stay All Day 16-hour long-lasting concealer. This concealer is one of those that you put it on to your under eye and you blend it out and then nothing happened. Maybe if I layered it on, it would have like a nice sheer medium coverage, but like with a lot of building. And then I don't remember it being really long lasting. I will say it has been years since I used this, but I checked out that it is still available. Then spot number 4 goes to a primer from Catrice. Actually the spot number 4 on the favorites list was also a primer from Catrice, but this primer that is on the bottom 5 list, I don't think it did anything. So I'm talking about the Catrice Prime and Fine Pore Refining Anti-Shine Base. I don't think this primer filled in any pores. It was like this weird white lotion and it did nothing for my pores. But then it also claims to be anti-shine. And back in the days when I used this primer, I was oilier than nowadays and it did nothing for my oils either. Now I have heard some people raving about this, like Andrea Matilano tends to rave about this primer, so maybe it is just that it doesn't work for my skin. But my recommendation, if you want to find a good pore filling and mattifying primer, would be the e.l.f. Matte Putty Primer. I dislike the packaging of that, but the stuff there is actually good. Then spot number 3, Catrice Calligraph Pro Precise 24 Hours Matte Liner. When an eyeliner claims to be precise, I really expect it to be precise, like the KVD Tattoo Ink Liner. But this one was just this really thick felt tip eyeliner that it was impossible to do a precise line with it, and also it was one of those things that would dry up super quickly, so yeah. I wanted to try this because I have been using higher end eyeliners for a while, because it is difficult to find a nice drugstore eyeliner, but this was a waste of my money. Spot number 2 on my bottom 5 list, Catrice SlimMatic Ultra Precise Brow Pencil. Okay, so the formula of this one was like the worst. The shape of this one is like Brow Wiz or NYX Micro Brow, which is what I use, or any other really slim brow pencils, but the formula of this one was horrible. It was really waxy, so you know, if I pressed lightly there would be no product coming to my brows. If I would press harder there would be way too much product. So yeah, this was just for me impossible to adjust the amount of product. Like it would be nothing or it would be way too much. So yeah, I absolutely did hate the formula of this one. It was just so weird and waxy. And you know, because when I got it to my brows, there was a lot of product. I went through this product really quickly. Like I think it was 2 to 3 weeks that I used this product. The spot number 1 on the bottom 5 list from Essence and Catrice goes to a product from Essence, and this is something that, you know, you have done a nice makeup look and then you put on this product and it ruins everything. So the Essence Keep It Perfect Makeup Fixing Spray. I don't know what it is in this spray, but if I spray it on, it will like ruin my makeup. It will move things around. It would like mess up my eye makeup, my eyeliner, my mascara, and all of that would kind of like transfer, and then also my face makeup would move. It was just not good. I used to have this setting spray and it was not usable on my face, so I did use it to wet eyeshadows, but I don't even do that anymore. I got to say, this setting spray probably has been the worst setting spray that I have ever used. There have been some other ones too that I didn't like, maybe because of the scent or it didn't do anything, but this one actually ruined my makeup. So yeah, those were my bottom 5. I don't like to be too negative here on my channel, but you know, I want to be honest. If there is products that I don't like, I want to, you know, talk about them, and I want to be honest that even if I do love Catrice and Essence as brands, not all of the products from them are that great. But yeah, then last but not least, there is a 5 product mini haul. So as I told you, Catrice and Essence were 25% off, so I did buy some products from them. Let's go through these really quickly. I have not used these yet, so you know, I'm just going to show you what I got. So from Catrice I got their True Skin High Coverage Concealer. So this is concealer on the same line than the foundation, only that makes me excited to try this one because I love the foundation so much. But yeah, the reason I wanted to buy this is because although I don't mind spending a little bit more on concealer, I wouldn't mind buying like Tarte Shape Tape or something like that, because I know the coverage is amazing, a little bit goes a long way and it will take forever to go through that. But I needed a concealer in my summer shade, and when it comes to my summer shade, I don't have tan for that long, so I don't want to spend high-end money on my summer concealer shade. So that's why I wanted to try this one, and yeah, I'm also just really excited to try it. Then another product I bought from Catrice is their Morton Glow highlighter. This one actually was on my wish list. I did buy recently the Hourglass Ambient Strobe Lighting Glow Powder in Incandescent, because I wanted to have like a cooler toned highlighter for everyday wear, and that is like a really subtle highlighter. But I realized I also want to have like a cooler toned highlighter for more glam looks, so this one is it. So it's this beautiful kind of like neutral champagne color. There you can see it. It almost has like sort of like a taupey undertone to it. So this is exactly what I wanted to have. I think highlighters like this are really difficult to find. I had one in a highlighter palette that I used up completely. Can't wait to try that. Although I will say, you know, if I have tan, I don't go for this kind of highlighter that often, but I'm sure I want to try it soon. But in winter, I will use it for sure more. I bought one more product from Catrice, and it is an eyeshadow quad. Now this is their limited edition Kaviar, I don't know how to pronounce that, eyeshadow palette, or this is actually a quad. And it is this really pretty rosy quad over here. Now, previously I have not really been into mini palettes, but I think I want to have a couple of them from now on, or I want to allow myself to purchase them, not like all the times, because if you have a lot of them, I think it can be a lot of clutter too. However, I have been curious about Catrice eyeshadow formula, but I'm not ready to commit to a larger palette, because if I don't really like the formula, then I do have this large palette and I don't know what to do with it. So I think a mini palette is like the perfect way to test out eyeshadows from a certain brand without committing to a full-size palette. But yeah, I really do love the colors of this one, because it has kind of like warmer rosy tones. Rosy tones are kind of like difficult for me, because oftentimes they tend to be kind of like too cool on my complexion, but this one looks like it's not too cool, so I'm excited to try this out. Then I bought a couple of products from Essence. So a lipstick, this is their Cool Collagen Plumping lipstick, and this one is in the shade My Mind, and it is a beautiful pink. Let me show it to you. Oh my gosh. So I have wanted to have like a pink but not too pink lipstick, and I think this might be it. It's like this warmer kind of like nudish pink, and it's sort of sheer buildable, so I think this could be really beautiful. Like, I had been thinking about maybe getting from Charlotte Tilbury her lipstick either in the shade Live It Up or then the one in Dance for Princess. But the thing is that I don't know if I wear that kind of pink often enough to justify Charlotte Tilbury price range. But I think this color is perfect, and now I do have the nice kind of like nudish pink color, so I don't need to get any of those lipsticks at the moment. And if I fall in love with this lipstick, then maybe I will purchase one of those Charlotte Tilbury ones in future. And then the last product that I purchased is a nail polish from Essence. Now, I love Catrice and Essence nail polishes, and if this was a top 6 list, nail polishes would have been the spot number 6. Essence has kind of like repackaged their nail polish. They do have now this different packaging than previously, but this line is just replacing the gel nail polish line. and this is actually better packaging, I think, because the gel nail polish was wider on the bottom, so it would be so difficult to get product out when you are low. But yeah, I bought their nail polish, and this is the shade Always on Top. So I have wanted to have like a taupey nude cooler toned nail polish for a while, because I think this is such a perfect color for like winter time especially. I know we are like in summer and I buy a bunch of winter appropriate makeup here. When I was, you know, buying these products, I thought, what is the color I feel is really lacking from my collection? And I do have a bunch of summery makeup, fall appropriate makeup, but you know, this is something that I actually had wanted to get for a while, and now I have it. But yeah, those are the products that I bought. Those were my top 5 and bottom 5 also from Catrice and Essence. Let me know your favorite products. Have you tried these ones that I talked about? And if there is something that you think that I should try, let me know, so I will keep that on my mind. But that's everything for today. Thank you so much for watching this video, and see you in my next one. Bye bye!